Hey guys, welcome to the Bows. So today I'll be talking about the main event between UFC champion Francis Ngannou and Ciryl Gane. So this is for the heavyweight title, obviously, and this is a huge fight coming up in a couple weeks. And I've talked about it multiple times, and I've initially given my thoughts on how I think Ciryl Gane could possibly get it done, and I'm just kind of solidifying my points right now. So yeah, I'm still going with Ciryl Gane. I think he's the more technical fighter. He's definitely the more technical fighter. He's a little quicker. He's going to be a step faster. Definitely better at range control and controlling distance. And I just think he has a better ability than most heavyweights to move in and out, to use good footwork, to be bouncing up and down like Wonder Boy, even though he's a heavyweight. And also his defense is really good. It's really hard to hit him clean. And I don't know if Ngannou necessarily has the right style to beat him. Of course, Ngannou has a style to beat everybody if he lands on them because he's got so much power. And he could still win, obviously, if he lands on Ciryl Gane. It just takes one clean shot, and Ciryl Gane could be knocked out. But with that being said, I think Ciryl Gane's going to be able to avoid those punches from Francis Ngannou, piece him apart from the outside, and take home a victory, whether it's a late TKO or a decision win. Still like to see Ciryl Gane go up against a wrestler to see how good his grappling truly is, because on the feet, he looks like a masterclass performer every time. He just seems like he could possibly be like the perfect fighter, at least on the feet so far when it comes to MMA stand-up. There's not a lot of times that he's out of position or overextended, and he doesn't fight emotional, and he's always fighting smart. If he gets hit with a shot, he isn't trying to retaliate back and hit a guy back. He's very patient. If he has somebody hurt, he doesn't rush it. I gotta say that Ngannou looked very much improved from just one fight, from going from the Jairzinho Rozenstruik fight, where he didn't look very good at all, looked very non-technical, but maybe just didn't respect Rozenstruik at all. And then going to the second Stipe fight, he looked pretty damn good. But with that being said, I still have to go with Ciryl Gane. At the end of the day, I think you just got to go with the guy who's better technically. It is heavyweight though, so one person can get clipped and the fight could be over. But Ciryl Gane seems a lot better than these other guys at heavyweight. He doesn't really get hit much at all. He's a fantastic athlete, and what we've seen so far from their light sparring footage, Ciryl Gane was having his way. Of course, both guys have improved from that point, so it's about who improved more, right? And of course, Ngannou wasn't trying to kill him with every shot. And Ngannou did land some shots in that sparring footage that we've seen. So maybe he just needs one, and then Ciryl Gane's lights could be out. Now, from a betting perspective, this is where it gets difficult in my opinion, because given that Ngannou's power is so great and he has to just land one shot, almost every bet on Ngannou seems like a good bet, especially if he's at even money or an underdog. But from what I've seen lately, they're about at even money. They're both at minus 115, so it's a really tough bet to make. You really can't go wrong. I think Ciryl Gane's the better fighter, so betting on him makes sense, but also just betting on Ngannou to land one nice punch isn't that bad of a bet either. It's Ngannou after all. But at the end of the day, if you were to count on times you've bet on fighters who are not as good technically but have more power to win the fight, and you bet on those guys versus how many times you bet on guys that are the better tacticians and the better mixed martial artists, where would you see more gains? From betting on the guy with power, raw power, or the guy who's the better technical fighter? I think you would see that the guy with the better technical fighting skills would win you more money over time. So I still like the Ciryl Gane bet, actually. It's a fantastic fight. It really isn't getting all that much hype. It should be getting a lot more hype. This is a huge high-profile fight, but both guys aren't huge money makers for the UFC. Ngannou is that type of attraction for them because he has such huge power, but it hasn't really translated that heavily into pay-per-view sales. So we'll see what happens with that. If he does win by spectacular fashion by KO and then gets released from his UFC contract, because I know this is his last fight on the contract if he doesn't renew with the UFC and goes into like a big money-making fight in a boxing ring with like Tyson Fury or something, then that could be something that elevates Francis Ngannou to that superstar status to where he's making boatloads of money. But anyways, like I said before, given the technical abilities of Ciryl Gane and seeing how he just seems like a step above everyone in the heavyweight division, with the exception of maybe Tom Aspinall, who's also kind of like Ciryl Gane in terms of technical abilities, being much better than everybody else's, and his athletic ability, and he just seems to understand it better. He just seems like a natural and maybe even a prodigy, so we'll see what happens. I think he could be undisputed champion by his 11th fight, and that's crazy, and not have lost a fight. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know who you think's going to win this fight. Do you think I'm underestimating Francis Ngannou's skill set, his technical skill set? Do you think he's going to catch Ciryl Gane? Or do you think Ciryl Gane's going to put on another masterclass performance and show why he's the future of the heavyweight division? Alright guys, till next time, peace.